Welcome to Flint Hills. I've always played American maps, and I enjoy playing American maps. Oh, look at this guy just flying in here. Where are you going? Sir, sir, get back here. Where are you going? I think he's going to go park next to that semi there, hopefully. Fingers crossed. If everything works out well, you should park there and turn the truck off and be done for the day. But this is going to be my Flint Hills Let's Play, I guess. If you aren't used to Flint Hills, it's a 4X map. You normally start right up here in this little area. A lot of people use Field 9. Field 9's a massive, oddly shaped field, so I didn't want to start there. Kedrick Farm started with Field 21, and I think Field 25. The people that I watch on YouTube never really started down here, so I figured I might as well take this little area here in between Field 21 and make it my own. So let me give you a brief overview of the equipment that we have, and I'll jump up in the sky and do a flyover of the farm as well. We've got these two semi-trucks with the Lizard underbelly dumps with the steering axles in the rear. Sometimes those steering axles are good, sometimes they're not so good. I'm going to try them. If they don't work out, then we'll find a replacement for them at a later date. Over here in the shop, we are playing with seasons, so I do have a salt box here. In the one big shop here, we've got our case, stagger, beautiful tractor, biggest tractor we got on the field, or on the farm, not on the field. It will be the biggest tractor in the fields. But we've got this beautiful Traction King that was just released the other day. It's sitting at 300 horsepower. This is going to be our planting tractor. It'll probably be running the planter. We might end up having to get a second planter, just because of how big the fields are. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to work the fields. So fingers crossed, we'll get that figured out. We do have our air drill. Once again, it's red. Got our early riser planter. Our two massive combines. Axle flow 8250s, sorry. These are beautiful mods. They've got the high tip. I think they hold like 25,000 liters each. Just massive pieces of equipment right there. In here, this is where we're going to be storing our liquid fertilizer, herbicide, all that shebang. We've got our little Bobcat here. Nice little piece of equipment. Got a bale fork for it and a bucket as well. We have a little gooseneck trailer for our pickup truck to haul that around and to move small pallets of whatever is needed. Over here we've got our bunker silo if we choose to do anything silage like. We don't have anything remotely close to do anything like that, but the option's there. We've got our silo complex. The grain dryer doesn't work, so the farm that you normally start at, this one up here, has a working grain dryer. So we're just going to, this farm's in repair and disrepair, sorry. It's run down, but they said if we buy the propane, we can use their grain dryer. So that's going to be another challenge of, okay, do whatever field we're harvesting, do we cart it to our silo for right now to get the trucks back to the field quickly, or do we cart it right up there in one go? From here, from the grain dryer, back to our farm where that semi-truck just parked is almost an 8.5-minute drive with that semi empty. So it'll definitely take a little while. So that's a challenge we're going to have to face later on down the road. We've got our seeds, fertilizer, and lime tanks right here. So we have on-farm storage for that. They are buy points, so we can just fill everything up as we need it. We have a John Deere plow sitting over here in the bushes. It's the only piece of John Deere equipment we have on the farm, so it's not worth parking inside and diminishing the value of our red tractors. I'm just playing with you guys. I like John Deere. I own a John Deere tractor, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just funny because it's the only piece of green we have on the farm. Around here in our trailer park, we've got our Meridian seed tender, and we also have a lime spreader as well. I'll join you back up by the farmhouse. So up at the upper yard, I guess you could say, we've got our beautiful case here sitting on display. Old steam-powered tractor. That will never be used. That's just a lawn ornament, if you will. Something to see every time you come in. To our right, you probably caught a glimpse of it. That's the piece de la resistance. That's the grain giant. This piece right here, this piece of equipment right here, is going to hopefully be our saving grace. Having a mother bin like this on the side of the fields will greatly help the delay between auger wagon to semi-truck and the delay from the semi-trucks coming back from either unloading in our bin site or taking it right up to the dryer. So hopefully that right there is going to massively help and speed up our process of doing everything. In this shed right here, we've got our International 1455. This is going to be our fertilizer spreader tractor. That's its only use. It's just going to stay hooked up to it. I highly doubt we're going to have any other jobs for 150 or 145 horsepower tractor on this farm. It's a beautiful tractor. I love getting this tractor into as many of my playthroughs as I can. It just looks great. Texturing's great. I love it. Sounds beautiful as well. We do have a case baler sitting right here as well for baling straw. Like I said, we don't have any grasswork equipment, so that's just going to be for straw bales. And we've got a box plow for the Bobcat, and we also have just a standard plow for the Bobcat as well in case we get snow. Over here in the hangar, we have headers. That's all that's in here. We have 2 corn headers and only 1 grain header. So we're going to probably be focusing more on corn than anything else, just because it will be faster. These headers, I think, are just a tad bit bigger than the grain header, and they also run a mile an hour faster. And we have 2 of them, so we can have both our combines running at once. The main reason for having 2 corn headers is so we can have both running at the same time, and we can also have one combine running in soybeans and the other one running in corn at the same time, type thing, if you know what I mean. We've got our fuel point right here. Couldn't find any real good post to block it off, so I had to use fence posts. Looks good from far, but it's far from good. There's like a corral for it. Over in here we have our workshop. Little workshop trigger. I know, don't even look at the words on the wall. This isn't a John Deere farm, but we do have our Thunder Creek fuel transport and a mobile repair center parked in here as well. It doesn't fit on the back of the Dodge very well, but that's probably what we'll have to be using to get it moved around. Do you want to close for me, door? Thank you. I don't know what it is with me and doors. Me and doors never go over well. In the final building here, we've got 2 case magnums here. These will be for grain carts and miscellaneous things on the farm. We could put this on the planter if we wanted to. They're not big enough for the seeder. But if we've got anything that needs to be moved around, these are probably going to be our go-to tractors. We've got the big brute for spraying either herbicide or liquid fertilizer when the corn gets too high. It's got the narrow tires on it, so hopefully we don't get crop destruction with that. And we've got two beautiful grain carts. The Demco grain carts here. We've got one with the American flag, and since I'm Canadian, one with the Canadian flag. These things are beautiful. I really love them. I think this is going to be my go-to grain cart from now on. If you haven't downloaded these yet, they're on the in-game mod hub. Give them a download. They are awesome. 50,000 liter capacity on those, which is absolutely beautiful. The store owns a semi-truck with a flatbed, so since we have seed, fertilizer, and lime on hand, we don't have anything for liquid fertilizer or herbicide, so we have to get that shipped in from the store. So we'll get deliveries of that whenever we need it, and we'll put it in the corral with the bobcat. So yeah, just a brief overview again of what we got here. We've got the John Deere plow. Biggest reason why it has to be John Deere, it's the biggest plow we can find, and you know, any big plow I really have found that runs at a decent clip is John Deere, so we're running out of options for that. Got our seeder, we got our planter, fertilizer, lime, baler. That is the step deck trailer for the shop there. We can also get equipment delivered with that as well, which is awesome. And we've got all our implements for everything like that. We start off with 153,000. We can take out loans if we need to, just because one full load of that seed tender down there of seed and fertilizer, you're looking at almost 50 grand. And I think we're going to have to fill that up a couple of times to get everything put in the ground. Without further ado, welcome to my Flint Hills Let's Play. This isn't replacing Wasnice or Saskanovka, the small farm series. It's not replacing any of those, it's just going to be added in conjunction with. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this Let's Play. I know I sure will. It'd be nice to get back to some large scale farming. So I'll see you guys in the field. So I placed an order for some fertilizer and some herbicide, and also a couple of trees. They should be arriving shortly. I would like to plant a couple of spruce trees along this grassy section here, just to, you know, fill it out a little bit, make sure that it doesn't feel quite as open and expansive. I kind of like the feel of you're in something. It's nice that we do have that tree line around us here and a fence. But I would much rather have some trees on the inner side to kind of like break up the feeling of everything, if you know what I mean. Spread herbicide on those after they're either seeded or planted. There's no sense of spreading herbicide now to then put a crop in the ground, just because putting the crops in the ground will actually kill the weeds off as it sits, as far as I know, as far as I'm aware in season, that's how it works. Well, that looks like our truck there, coming down the laneway. Yeah, anywhere there is good. Just Just leave her right there. I'll tell you where to go later. Wow, he got out of that truck real quick. I guess it's time to get the Bobcat out and get that stuff unloaded. Maybe I can steal some trees right off of the back of that. We can plant some trees right along through here. Probably in a line. There's one tree. 5 meters apart, you think that would be good? I think 5 meters apart would be good. I think we have a few too many trees for the application that we have right now. But we can always find somewhere else to put them. Trees are good for the environment, as you know. At least I hope you guys know that trees are good for the environment. And if you didn't, well, now you do. Learning with Towman. It is going to take a while for these things to grow, especially in seasons, but it'll be a nice slow process. See some growth over the years at the farm, so that'll be nice, I hope. I'd like to put one in these boulevards, but they're not quite wide enough. We can put the last couple down over here though, just so we can say we planted them. Alright, well I'll see you guys once I get the Bobcat fired up and start putting some pallets in the bay here. Let's see how good my pallet loading skills are today. Obviously not off to a great start. I'd rather not push them off the trailer, I'd much rather grab them. Nice, there's one. Only 16 more to go, not including the pallet of trees. We'll probably end up double stacking these. That backup beeper will get a little annoying, so I will either put this into a time lapse or cut it out like a time lapse montage, depending on length and quality of unloading. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Thanks for coming. I'll see you when I need another delivery. Alright, so now that we got all our fertilizer and herbicide in the shop, I guess I can park this trailer back in there. Get it out of the way. As long as I can remember how to back up, that would be great. Just squeeze your on back in there, just like that. Perfect. Drop the doors. I guess I should probably turn the lights off first. And then drop the doors. Perfect. So that's going to be the end of the video for today. Here's a flyover of our new farm. Didn't get too much done today, but we're running out of daylight and we can't plant yet. It's still spring day 2, I think. Yeah, spring day 2. We are running on 6-day seasons. Come tomorrow, hopefully we can plant our soybeans and corn as long as the temperature comes up enough. I don't think we're going to be doing any canola, wheat, or barley this year around. Just mostly corn and soybeans. We got everything unloaded from the truck. He's off back to the shop. We got our trees planted down there by our seed bins. You can kind of see them there. None of the fields need plowing or lime. Apparently, I thought one of them did, but apparently it doesn't. But I hope you guys are going to enjoy this series because I know I am. Not sure how frequently it's going to come out just because of now that I got 3 going. I don't know how many days off. Every other week I only have 2 days off, so we'll figure it out together. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't like the video or you don't like me, there's a button for that too. Make sure you hit that one. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.